Welcome back. The Wike versus Ireti Kingibe no return declaration. Wow, no projects, no seat. Wike has officially told Senator Kingibe to start packing her bags for 2027. The battle for the soul of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, has just turned into a political execution. In a fiery address today, Minister Nyesom Wike took direct aim at Senator Ireti Kingibe, declaring that she would not return to the Senate in 2027 because she has zero projects to show the people of Abuja. Wike mocked the senator, suggesting she spends more time on television than in the trenches of the capital city. Kingibe, who recently defected to the ADC, has fired back, claiming Wike is not the god of Abuja and cannot determine her destiny. But with Wike flogging the FCT into...
Wike is not what? Wike is not the god of...
Wike is not the god of Abuja, and cannot determine her destiny. But with Wike flogging the FCT with infrastructure projects as we speak, the political pressure is mounting. Wike is playing a high-stakes game of performance versus popularity, I guess. Now the question is this: can a senator survive in Abuja without the minister's blessing? Or is Kingibe's 2027 ambition already dead in the water? Again, one more time, give us the sharp edge, Chief.
Thank you very much. Well, let me put it this way. I think Wike has an exaggerated view of himself and his place and the office he occupies, which to me is, yes, I do not pretend to be a psychiatrist, and I am not a psychologist, but let me also attempt within the canons of my training as a literarist and grammarian and journalist to say that I think he's suffering from megalomania, illusion of grandeur, because come to think of it, Wike, maybe because of the undue access is granted to media platforms through this is Alawada once in a while media chat, is thinking that he is somebody. I mean, he's not even a registered voter in Abuja, only in Nigeria. He's supposed to be working as a minister, but he uses state resources to orchestrate all kinds of attacks and drama and actions as if it is his money. In Senate climbs, Wike will be in trouble because he's supposed to be, as a public officer at the moment, he's supposed to mind the business of governance. But what he is doing is to play politics and run, what's it called? Metaphoric verbal diarrhea. You know, he runs his mouth too much, and he needs to be given some jack of inoculation to reset that mouth. So no project, no victory. Is the senator voted into office in order to do projects? That is an executive arm of a thing. And forget that it's been breaking several laws, executing projects that are not appropriated or that are not even brought before procurement bodies. And he thinks he's doing very well. Yes, what would he have done as a minister if he doesn't superintend projects or what I would call capital works in the Federal Capital Territory? He's done so many things. I watched his media chat earlier in the day, the one you described as being fiery. The truth of the matter is that I did not see any substance to whatever he was doing there. He was talking over and above some of the people that are old enough to give birth to him. For example, our senior colleague who handles the whole thing is old enough to be a father to Wike. Mr. Aruleba from Ikere Ekiti. I mean, Ola, for you to know the kind of person we're talking of. This Mr. Aruleba is a contemporary of our own big brother, Basharumba Abitogun, and others. These were people alongside Mr. Gbenga Tere, formerly of NTA, who practiced journalism together in old Ondo State. And so for Wike to be talking down on them, and they're always saying you don't know anything, he must win in every argument, so indecorous. So he's alive and doing well and kicking in the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he's recruited to do just that. So if Ireti Kingibe comes back to office, or if she does not, that cannot be a major trophy for somebody like Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is only relevant in what he knows how to do best because, like I've always said, he's a useful idiot. And you know, when the game is really playing somebody, and you think you are the one that is playing the game, this is how it feels. This is how it feels. With all the insecurity all over the place, when people are alive, they can enjoy infrastructures. But what is the quality of life people live in the FCT today? When I lived there, I remember the way it was. Now, can you compare between then and now? And Wike is everywhere with his husky and the hawkish tone and a voice, as if he has accomplished what has never been accomplished. If you have unchecked, never scrutinized latitude to just spend like a drunken sailor, what would you do? Anybody with enough resources would do whatever Wike is doing. So this is this is what everybody must experience before 2027 comes in Nigeria, but with elements like Nyesom Wike and other agent provocateurs that seem to be working for the interest of getting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu re-elected. This is what you will get. And I hope President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have seen the lessons around him all over the world, whether with President Donald Trump, whether in the unfolding situation in what's it called, West Asia or Middle East, whichever way anybody loves to position it or describe it. You need the support of the people, not an entertaining dancing mantis like Nyesom Wike to be denigrating everybody. It's just too loquacious for my liking, and I think it's just unbridled and lawless. Somebody needs to caution him. At the end of the day, when he's done playing his round on the political stage, he will be gone. Another set of people will be there. But this man, no. And you see the way the journalists were said, oh no. When I watched that show today, I looked at the abysmal and shameful performance of some journalists. Almost just giving, they tried initially to point it to him, how he tried to make an undue leverage and influence on the local government elections that recently took place in Amak and Gwagwalada and elsewhere. They tried, but you know him. He would hardly allow for anybody to express any view around him. He knew it all. He had all the answers, even to questions that had not been asked. Who is he playing? When that quiet moment comes, when he's sleeping and that thing pops up from his subconscious, what kind of dream does he normally have in his sleep? I think Nyesom Wike ought to take it cool, kada, small. He just has to proceed with caution in life. The way he talks, all power belongs to God, and it flows from God. he will show favor to those he likes. If he likes, he will allow Ireti Kingibe to come back as a senator. If he does not want, at least he's been a senator. If Wike wants to be a senator in the future, good luck. But at least she has been a senator now before Nyesom Wike. So for Nyesom Wike to now want to declare with magisterial finality and zest, oh, she won't come back. You will mock and all that. Thank God, Ireti Kingibe has a voice, and she has, an appropriate, typical African mother's tongue to let him know, yes, Wike, you are not the god of Abuja. So this is just the way it is. Thank you so much.
Wow. Now the question, I was laughing, but I didn't want to interrupt. Now my question for you, because this one, I'm not going to let you off easily. Is it God that will allow her back, or the people of Abuja want her back? Does she have...
Even if the people of Abuja want her back, with what what we have all noticed about electoral processes so far, would they let the
votes count?
People prevail?
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That is why somebody would make that kind of arrogant declaration.
Because he thinks he's going to order whatever the result is going to be anyway.
He has it on that.
Because there's another statement here. I'm looking at this headline from Arise News. Not Arise News. Actually, this is on Business Day, Nigeria. It says, I will support any candidate backing Tinubu's re-election bid. This is a quote from, allegedly, from Wike.
Well, if he said that, what does he live for? This is a young politician now.
To me, it sounds like it's a confusion. It sounds like he's representing because he's still in PDP, right? He's like positioned there to be a confusion.
No, he's not confused. It's just being...
No, not him confused. He's positioned there to be a confusion to the people because he's still a PDP, and he refuses to leave PDP, but yet is supporting everything
in whatever
the bid of Tinubu.
Yeah, it's happening like that because of the absolute reign that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has. Otherwise, is it constitutional for him to belong to two political parties at the same time? Is it constitutional?
Does he belong to two political parties at the same time?
But he does, but the pretense that it displays, the facade it gives out is that, oh, he belongs to PDP. Is it the PDP that he has assisted to bury? So this is what the issues are. He's doing everything that he's doing because he has the backing of a federal might in Nigeria. And should anybody be talking of federal might if indeed there was real democracy?
Okay. So I know you've answered quite. You've given a very good analysis, right? But once and for all, can a senator survive in Abuja without the minister's blessing? Just a honest question from me.
They were surviving. Opposition parties were winning in Abuja until these people, like I told you, these are master riggers of elections. They are perfected that now at all costs. He even said it in the press at the press conference today. He said, but President Tinubu sat him down and said, "Oh, let us work at that problem that always made opposition parties to win in Abuja." So, like it's almost like Adolf Hitler said, "Oh, I find the solution to the problem of the world is Jewry, is the Jewish people." That is almost what he is saying. He has found the key to the whole matter. That is what evil-minded people will do, and that is why you find them always trying. In a free and fair election in America, would a Republican come and some case to you that, oh, I'm sure I can win this election? It is never clear cut. In the state of Kansas, where I am tonight, it's always a given. It's always taken for granted that, oh, Republicans would always win. But do you know that where I am, what's it called? Federal constituency that produced a member of House of Representatives. that ticket, that seat, is held by a Democrat. So to want to sound so prophetic and conclusive to say that Kingibe will not be elected, he would only talk like that because the system is rigged and it's not credible. In a credible situation, he will be he would speak with caution, but yes, Wike. He's so deficit. Yes, it's deficit when it comes to caution. He doesn't have that. I mean,
all right. All right. Hit like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Join the conversation in the comment section. We'll be right back.